Ladies and gentlemen, your hosts, Lorelei and Space Deviant.
Splash, Mannequin, and Weird Science are all 1980s reimaginings of a story first told more than 2,000 years ago. These three movies are all versions of Pygmalion, the timeless tale of how being in love with a woman can bring out the very best in a man. It's a story about transformation. Pygmalion, a talented sculptor, creates the statue of a woman so enchanting that he falls devotedly in love with her. Aphrodite, the goddess of love, she so admires his devotion that she brings the statue to life to be his wife and mother of his children. Now, she didn't yet have the name Galatea, not in the earliest versions of the story, because it's what she represents that's important, not her individually. The real transformation isn't Aphrodite bringing the statue to life. It's Pygmalion changing himself from solitary artist to devoted husband and father.
In Splash, our hero, Alan Bauer, begins as a man who is afraid to commit and afraid to be alone.
A newly single, sulking workaholic escapes to Cape Cod on a whim.
It's not that you had a lot to drink. It's just you're too skinny.
To embrace his call to adventure and becomes reacquainted with the mystical mermaid from his childhood. They fall madly in love. And Madison even chooses to leave her watery world behind to be with Alan. But before she can confess her secret truth, Kornbluth reveals it for her.
I was right! Behold the mermaid!
Alan fails his first trial as a hero. We watch helplessly as Madison's heart breaks with his rejection. Now, thankfully, his brother Freddie, the dirty Yoda of our story,
I'm in Penthouse Magazine! I printed my letter!
He gives a romantic pep talk that still hits to this very day.
People fall in love every day, huh? Is that what you said? Yeah. Yeah? Well, that's a crock. It doesn't work that way. Look, do you realize how happy you were with her? That is, of course, when you weren't driving yourself crazy. Every day, come on. Some people will never be that happy. I'll never be that happy.
Though tempted to stay stagnant, Alan finally frees himself from being a passive passenger in his own life. He recruits a moderately consenting helper in Kornbluth and screws his courage to the sticking place and goes once more into the breach for his love of Madison the mermaid. Alan outwits a government agency.
Hey, Roaring. Ik hoor een turf in Tom's penis.
And the human world forever. Her magical kiss gives him abyss-level, underwater-breathing pink lung goo powers. And he goes off with her to Merlandia. Madison the mermaid represents the maiden archetype of femininity. She's very childlike in her naivete. She's that perfect born pretty yesterday trope.
It's beautiful.
I mean, her innocence and her devotion, that's what inspires Alan to protect her. I mean, beauty doesn't tame the beast tames himself. Now, Mannequin is Pygmalion with a spicy Egyptian curse, the unemployable artist.
You're fired.
He is called to adventure when he sees his favorite creation in a department store window. Compelled to do whatever it takes to get near his magnificent mannequin, our hero returns the following day, and whether it's supernatural intervention or serious OSHA safety violations, when all is said and done, Jonathan has to fight an insane Vietnam vet security guard, a vindictive C-suite twit.
I am not going to put shoe polish on my face, thank you.
He adopts a loyal, high-strung helper.
I'm so glad you're working here. I never thought they'd hire anyone stranger than me.
And then successfully resists the temptations of an evil but super hot manipulative ex-girlfriend.
You're not seriously turning me down.
Roxy, I'm not the same guy I used to be. I finally found a place where I belong. I'll see you around.
And just as he's at his pinnacle, Emmy's kidnapped.
The girl Mannequins disappeared from the windows last night. Film at 11. Yes, my dear, your favorite. She is gone too.
Forced to confront his nemesis, all the henchmen, and a terrifying mannequin shredder that I definitely never have nightmares about, even though I'm an adult. Because I'm an adult. I know mannequin shredders don't actually exist. They definitely don't actually exist. Anyway, ancient Egyptian goddess of love, Isis, must have approved. After this daring rescue, everyone can see Emmy alive. Our hero, Jonathan Switcher, is forever changed by loving the right woman. Emmy's feminine archetype is the muse. She's the embodiment of support. She never competes. She inspires.
It's all you know.
Not this time.
Every time. You're part of me now. I got you in here.
Although it's still Pygmalion, Weird Science is more of a coming-of-age tale than a classic romance love story. I mean, Lisa's an absolute sex kitten and way too much woman for a couple of 15-year-old boys. But unlike some of my favorite vintage sex comedies, I'm looking at you, Revenge of the Nerds. Weird Science walks that fine, pervy line. She's otherworldly, but Lisa's purpose is deeply traditional.
When are you going to learn people like you for what you are, not for what you can give them?
She's there to help Gary and Wyatt transition from bullied boys to self-respecting men.
You can stay and die.
I mean, her genuine genie powers aside, her real magic is changing the way other people see them.
Hello, pretty lady. Tell me something. What's a beautiful broad like you doing with a malaka like this, huh?
It's purely sexual.
No shit.
Lisa embodies the queen archetype. I mean, Gary even specifically brings it up when he's talking to Deb about her being sisterly. Nevertheless, they would have never gotten next to Deb and Hilly without classic mate choice copying.
If you get the chance, shower with them. I did. It's a mind scrambler. Oh, that's so good.
When her job's done, it's time for the glamorous genie to go gallivanting. I mean, Lisa's gonna miss Gary and Wyatt, but she's so proud of the men they've become, and they don't need her anymore. Splash, Mannequin, Weird Science are 80s manic pixie dream girl fantasies. But you'll never convince me that romantic chemistry is better fueled by caustic competition than by creativity and collaboration. All three of those were my favorite love stories. Now, really, it should have been a sign.
Rewatch Mannequin again. That's the only one I haven't. I need to rewatch it. I'll be honest.
Well, I mean, you probably had to watch it 10,000 times when I was a kid.
I wasn't psycho about it like you were. So
yeah. Well, again,
the other two.
Yeah. Splash is great, and she lots of Daryl Hannah naked in that movie. Classic 80s.
It's a good movie.
Just
Classic
smoking
titties.
hot nudity. It's just refreshing. This idea of women that get to be women and silly and fluffy and fun. And it's genuinely fun to watch them. Part of their fun was they drove the men crazy. Remember in Splash when she's in the department store late, blows up all the televisions? No, it's funny because Alan makes enough money that he probably just outright paid for them. I mean, you see his apartment now. I don't realize how rich Alan is until I watched that as an adult. That apartment in Manhattan.
Especially in the 80s.
It's big enough to fit a fountain. Okay? It is an apartment in Manhattan that is large enough to fit an entire stone fountain in a single room. So That's fancy.
Mm-hmm.
So, but anyway, he was rich enough that she could drive him crazy. And even in Mannequin, where, I mean, Jonathan Switcher wasn't rich because he was, unemployed, but she played with everything in the damn department store, but at the same time that, she was nearly hitting him with a nail gun or making a table saw go off, she still brought him to life, and she brought out that artist in him. He had that creativity in him, and we saw him go through it in the very beginning where he keeps getting fired because he wants to be creative and he hasn't found the right outlet. And that's what she gives him. She gives him that focus. Lisa, even though she is such a sexually intimidating being,
mm-hmm.
she isn't sexual with the boys, at least not for very long. Like they're, oh, she's so pretty in the shower or whatever. But then it
was more of a tempting. It was more of just putting out the temptation and testing. It was testing them to see if they were, I mean, clearly like how Chad was.
Well, I would even say that
because the muse
her
always
genie powers, she was getting used to her body. Like, I have a feeling that if they had actually tried to touch her, she would have slapped them like they were silly, but oh no, of course you're going to shower with me. You're my new pets. She just has this weird you know what I mean? Like magical genie woman queen vibe of like, of course my silly boy attendants shower with me. You don't shower with your silly attendant boys? Like everything about her was just regal. Like she owned the place even when she inconvenienced them. There's a missile in my house, Gary. It was still, Lisa's still magical. And in the end, she fixed everything and put it back, and they have self-confidence and they have the respect of their peers now. I mean, they threw the greatest. Oh, these kids these days will never know about house parties. House parties were wonderful. But anyway, not to be sidetracked. But it wasn't just getting them girlfriends. Because whether or not they stay with these girls, they'll get more girlfriends. It was.
Well, it was becoming a man.
Yeah.
And she was making them show that they are worthy, both to themselves and to their peers.
I was even going to say, I think what went down with Robert Downey Jr. and his henchman buddy probably behooved them longer in the end socially than whatever girlfriends they were with. Because now, you never know what they're going to bring. They have that level of panache in the group.
Yep.
That's a rich kid society. Those are
Yep.
peers. They're going to play pickleball when they're 40. You know what I mean? They're probably friends for life. And they try to buy Lisa. Like, we can't.
Yeah.
You would trade?
So what's the deal with Lisa? Can we borrow her?
There are certain scenes in that movie now that are just, well, still great though. Great. And the biker scene where they try to hide in the closet and she's just like, nope. No. The fact that you weren't enjoying your own party, that's bad enough.
Yeah.
But, oh, okay. All right.
I like the one biker at the end who's like, he's like, yeah, can we just keep this on the down low, because I'm like a teacher.
Can we keep this between us? I'd hate to lose my teaching job.
Well, like, I mean, it's like, I think you're saying something about it once. It's like, did she just mind control random group of bikers out, or did she
mind control, or did
them?
she manifest them? That's the question. So were they just driving down the road and they were like, "Fuck, let's go break into this house," and they just, like.
I think Lisa just created them because they're so ridiculous looking. That's something like a spastic English genie would create. And so now, do you think are they going to disappear? Or they're now just weird humans roaming the earth with like half backstories.
NPC, because she did just make the missile appear out of nowhere. So we have to believe she just generated these NPCs out of nowhere.
Yes. Yeah. If she generated fissionable material,
yep,
she could generate a human body. I mean, I think. So she watched Road Warrior. Because that's what that guy was from.
Oh, yeah, totally.
So Lisa watched Road Warrior late night when the boys were asleep and manifested crazy evil bikers that now, but also that think they're teachers. I mean, what level?
Well, it's also just called good writing. which I know we haven't
Well, no,
seen.
I
We
know,
haven't
but
seen
it's
as
great.
much
But
of
the
that
fact that we can
since,
have
you
this
know,
conversation
for
about whether or
years
not
of,
characters Lisa created have their... you don't get this anymore. Like, I miss this.
About a decade or so of really crappy writing and movies, so...
Well, we were talking we were talking about it the other day, and I can't remember if we were on camera or off when we were bitching about it. But you're saying we were off camera because we were watching the spy movie, and you were saying that the audiences aren't actually
No. Yeah, that's I think that's a lot of the writers, directors, they want to believe people are stupid.
Mm-hmm. They're treating people like they're stupid, and they're
So
writing movies.
They write for an 80, 90 IQ, and that's basically they write. So I mean, and a lot of people just don't like these movies that are getting churned out.
Why do you think they have to be on their phone and be doing 3 other things to even tolerate having it on the background? It's not compelling. Like, you can't watch Usual Suspects and be scrolling on your phone. All right, not for the first time. Not to enjoy it. You can't watch Fight Club and be scrolling on your phone. You know what I mean? You can't watch Fatal Attraction and be scrolling on your phone. These are movies, they demand your attention. Really matter.
Mm-hmm.
The whole movie. I
don't have that anymore. Now it's like, meh.
Well, it's malicious. Oh, well, I think it's a combination of talentlessness as far as the writing goes, and as far as what they're cherry picking. Because there obviously are plenty of incredible screenwriters and writers out there. I won't for a minute believe they don't exist. What I'm wondering is, why is what's getting made?
It's a good question.
Social engineering. Breaking down society. Trying to corrupt the human spirit to destroy Western civilization, but maybe I'm just finding myself down the rabbit hole a little bit. Yeah, okay. Betty had to know. I mean, Robert Carradine and Ted Gimli are like roughly the same height, but Carradine is super furry. I mean, you had to know those weren't your man's arms, girls. So, I mean, like, all that Magnum PI pelt going on. I'm just saying she wasn't unaware. She's cheating on her boyfriend, and which is not great, but, like, she knew what she was doing. So that scene's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
So, what about the cameras in the sorority house?
We've got Bush.
Oh, hello, pie. America.
It's t-shirt time.
Built to last. Yeah, that's right. No, that's right. They'll be flying that flag all night. Red, white, and blue.
Now, thank you for joining us here today. We really do appreciate your time. I'm Lorelei, and this is
Space TV.
And together we are Southern Fried Cinema Siblings. Remember, most important story is the story you tell yourself, so make it a good one.
Oh. You're still here, are you? Well, why don't you make yourself useful? Click the share button. Click the subscribe button. May as well go ahead and click for the next episode, too.